What's going on, Aurora Alliance? Welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront Rogue One related video. Now, the Rogue One DLC is pretty close now. The release date of this is the 6th of December and it's literally under 2 weeks away. Now, there are a lot of things to know about that. Didn't even sound English. But there are a lot of things to know about the Rogue One Scarif DLC that we kind of picked up from the key art and the trailer, which was sort of tied in with the Ultimate Edition trailer, so it was only like a brief 20 seconds of footage for Rogue One Scarif. So first of all, in the concept art or key art, we get to see the U-Wings. These are troop carrying transports, and they are going to make some form of appearance in the Rogue One Scarif DLC pack. They were both shown off, like I said, in the Ultimate Edition trailer and in the art that is coming on screen now. Now, this could just be an AI-controlled vehicle, like the GR-75 Medium Transport, which is featured in game modes like Walker Assault and Extraction. It would be cool to let us actually play with the U-Wing as a vehicle in the space section of the multi-stage game mode for Rogue One Scarif, but we're unsure how it's actually going to work yet. The same with the TIE Strikers. These are featured in the top left side of the key art again, which is coming on screen, so you can just check that out. But they aren't featured in the tiny little clip in the trailer. We again don't know how these are going to work in the DLC pack, and I highly doubt that both of these vehicles will be playable outside of the Rogue One Scarif DLC pack. A lot of people think they could just be a sort of AI pickup, the same as the B-Wings, Y-Wings and TIE Defenders in the Death Star DLC, but it would be awesome to let us actually again control these vehicles in the space section of the Rogue One Scarif DLC pack. In this DLC we're going to be getting a brand new multi-stage game mode like we got in the Death Star DLC pack. Lead designer Dennis Branval did tease this multi-stage game mode back in September, and then it was fully confirmed in a blog post on Thursday. But nobody knows how this game mode is actually going to work, or what the name is, or what it's even going to sort of entail. But Branval did say that it will play like the Death Star DLC Battle Station game mode, but is going to be more focused on ground combat this time. Space combat has actually been confirmed for this particular game mode, but we're not sure how it's going to work yet. Branval's statements led a lot of people to believe that there will be one particular space-centered game stage, and then two on the ground. A lot of people have also been speculating that the space map will focus on the Shield Gate, which has been seen in a few trailers and the images released by Entertainment Weekly just a few days ago. Our villain for this particular DLC is Director Orson Krennic, which a lot of people already know by now. He is the Director of Advanced Weapons Research for the Imperial Military. We have no idea what Krennic's weapon will be in this particular DLC pack, but in the Rogue One: A Star Wars Story trailers he has been seen with a pistol, so that could be his weapon. We're not exactly sure. It's more than likely going to be a blaster pistol though. In the key art we get to see him holding a pistol, but it is very difficult to kind of see what it is because he is a very small piece of this art. It also doesn't mean that that is going to be his particular weapon. It could be different to how it actually is in the DLC pack. On the opposite side, we're going to be getting Jyn Erso, and she is going to be armed with her A180 blaster pistol, and it's going to be interesting to see what her baton ability is going to be, or whether it's even going to be an ability. It could just be a part of her character model, and it could, it could do nothing. It might also not even be a baton, it could be a lightsaber, but I highly doubt that, but we will just have to wait and see. In this DLC pack as well, we can also expect a lot of new weapons and star cards. We don't know what they are going to be yet, but you can imagine that Jyn's A180 pistol is going to be one of the main weapons added to the game through this DLC pack. In the trailers for Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, we also get to see the Shore Troopers double-barreled E22, and the Death Troopers currently unnamed, what looks to be like a fully automatic carbine. They could be two weapons which could be added to the game, and it's going to be interesting to see how they play out. They might not be added, but it would be awesome to think that they would be, considering they are going to be in the film. Speaking of Death Troopers and Shore Troopers, we are probably going to be getting the Death Troopers and Shore Troopers in this DLC pack in some form. The Death Troopers are, however, Director Krennic's personal bodyguards, so these could be added as bodyguard spawn-ins for Director Krennic when he is actually alive and active in a game mode. The Death Troopers also are armed with an SE-14C variant, a DLT-19 variant, and the unnamed fully automatic carbine type weapon that we get to see. I would like to think that the Death Troopers are going to be a normal skin that everyone can buy, but I also know it is going to be an overused skin, so it might just be put down to Director Krennic's personal bodyguards, as they are meant to be anyway, and they could just be spawn-in skins, really. Spawn-in characters even, not skins. A lot of people are very excited to see Shore Troopers in Star Wars Battlefront. They look completely new and like nothing we've really seen before in Star Wars. They do look similar to other Stormtroopers, but Shore Troopers have a very different helmet, and they don't seem to have much armour on their pants. Which, you know, means you could get shot in the legs and your private areas quite a bit, to be honest. From the trailers and the art, we can kind of expect the Shore Troopers to be a purchasable skin, as they aren't directly linked with Director Krennic. They are just linked with Scarif, which does lead me to believe that they will be a purchasable skin, which will be extremely overused by anyone who has the Season Pass or the Scarif DLC. We can also expect a lot of patches for bugs and glitches and a lot more balancing, so weapons like the secondary fire on the new Death Star DLC weapons aren't that powerful. Developers have already indicated that the Rogue One update will fix issues such as Lando's Power Blast, one-hit speeder bikes, extraction hero bugs, infinite heroes, and a lot more, which I'm just not going to go over because there's too many. Hopefully the Rogue One update won't break the game any more than it is already broken or already has been broken. And it hopefully will end this whole overpowered weapons, loads of really overpowered glitches, which kind of ruin the game, to be honest. And finally, what we can definitely expect from the Rogue One Scarif DLC pack is brand new maps. A lot of the maps have been absolutely awesome, and they've looked just so beautiful and just felt so like immersive really to play in. So it's pretty exciting to see what Rogue One is going to bring to the table. Dennis Branval has hinted before in the past that big maps are coming to Battlefront. They're not always going to be small DLC maps. This is great to hear, as AT-ATs definitely seem like a massive part of Scarif, and they are actually confirmed for this pack. So, with walkers in the maps, it definitely leads me to believe that maps are going to be a lot bigger than we have seen in DLC packs before. Level artist Daniel Cambrand has already said as well that the Rogue One map is the prettiest map he's ever designed, and with what we've seen so far of Scarif, it looks absolutely amazing, and I just can't wait to play it. I'm kind of hoping we get to, you know, run through the sea as well, because that sea looks awesome, and I just want to dive into it really, to be honest with you. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the Rogue One Scarif DLC pack from what we have seen so far, and are you actually excited to play it? I know a lot of people have kind of gave up on Battlefront and hope that the Rogue One DLC pack will revive it. I do hope that this Rogue One DLC pack brings a lot more to Battlefront than previous DLCs have, but we will have to wait and see, because we don't really have that many details at the moment. Smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to join the Aurora Alliance to be kept up to date with all things Star Wars. Other than that, may the Force be with you.